made of bone by the witch Brianna Ashworth. And that effigy, holding Delilah's spirit, was given to Duke Bell for safekeeping. Now I know why Delilah cannot be killed. As long as she's not whole, she'll remain immortal. Even the outsiders seem worried. This is the information I've been seeking. Now I just have to turn it into a plan. I wonder what courier she gave it to. Even the audio recording's gone now. So if you didn't get to listen to it before, you don't get to now.
I can't believe it's taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Byrne wanted to be High Overseer. A gangster could never be trusted to run a city. Duke Bell spared no expense on his new palace. It's tacky if you ask me.
More finances and maybe. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Sir Konos. Fear of the executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
He's probably right. Anyway, let's go talk to them. We can explore in a moment. Huh. Alright.
Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Taking down Duke Bell is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
Assuming he's keeping
You
it.
were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
We got a plan for it. As if I use them.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful here near the end of my time.
I just want to hug him.
Look at you. In a lifetime, how many monarchs have done half of what you have in a month? I hear the Duke's wine cellar is exquisite, if you happen to pass through. I remember telling you stories at the Hound Pits pub so long ago. How you've changed.
Okay. Nothing here. I can finally use my abilities again.
Empress Jessamine herself once offered me a suite at Dunmore Tower, complete with a laboratory, the finest apparatus in the Isles. I declined, of course. I'm not some conjurer from penny novels. Besides, I have a great fondness for my privacy, and my interests often find me coming and going in the odd hours of night. It's hard not to consider what might have been different had I plotted a different course through my early years. Was there something I might have said or done when Delilah was my apprentice that could have prevented all this? Well, his character, a fixed star we must all follow in darkness.
I like that last line. Not because I agree or I haven't thought too much about it. I just heard it there. But I like the sound of it, you know? Here, I need to stop for a sec. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Hello, hello, folks, and I am back. just have to check a few things. All's good there. Line across, line up, line that way, that way. All's good. Okay. All's good. See, sorry, just have to make sure nothing's about to explode. That'll be a little bit awkward. I will be calling it quits soon. I've been awake way too long. Stuff I need to go do today. Huh. Alright. Just seeing it bubbling on the kitchen table like that is just interesting. Because it just... I know it feels more appropriate for this to be bubbling than not. The other thing steaming, yeah, that's fine, but... Also, I think that's shrinking. Wonder what happens if you don't do those optional objectives. You know, like fixing the, like unbarricading that door, fixing the, you know, wheel. Okay, last one. Oh, well, last thing I can do here.
Now we're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points, and picking the approach. Thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy. We nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Zirkonos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now was my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
I don't really have much to say on that. But yeah, I was right. It is most definitely Bulwark. Do you ever say anything else?
Should we head toward the palace?
Ready.
Self-serving and corrupt, Duke Ukabel rules Serkanos and orchestrated the coup against you. Enter the Grand Palace and eliminate the Duke, who protects himself against assassins with a body double. You must also locate Delilah's spirit, the only means of counteracting her immortality.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Not many things here. Just entering on there.
Sorry if I sound bitter. Don't turn your back on the Duke. After we leave Karnaka, there are some things we need to talk about. Things I feel remorse over. I know not everyone who lives in a great palace is a snake. But it's real easy to get accustomed to eating off silver plates.
To be honest, I don't really see the big deal. Paper plates, now they're fantastic. No wash up. Just stick it in the bag, throw it out. Job done. Paper plates are where it's at.
If you figure out which one is the Duke's double, you might want to see what he knows.
Maybe we can get the Duke's double to become the Duke.
You wouldn't believe it. But I could have ended the Duke a long, long time ago. Wish I had now. If something happens and you don't make it back, I might have a go at Duke Abel. When this is done, we leave Karnaka at once. I won't be sorry to leave this city. I've done all I can here. I've earned what I've got. Even the scars. Especially the scars. Take care of yourself. We'll be there when you're ready.
Okay. So, it's a fair bit away. And I know there's nearer things, but it's a case of I get to have a chat with the outsider. So I want to go to have it. I suppose I should focus on others. You know, go.
It's got to get where it's going. That's why they call it the black market. Can't just sit here. Too much chance a grand guard catches on to us, or maybe rightful owners come about to pick it up.
What's the delay getting it to the shop? Betty afraid we'll get caught?
The guy that runs the shop is nervous. But if they just let us move it straight off the boat. Now, I got a friend over at the shop. Been running protection for black market shops for years here in Karnaka and over the coast. So there's basically no risk.
What's your friend's name?
That's a secret. He's got to deal with me and nobody else. Job security.
I got a clue. Dock workers. Smugglers are waiting at their boat to deliver contraband to a nearby black market shop. Their captain went ahead to arrange for delivery. I'm not really sure how I'm actually meant to capitalize off that. Okay, it's just civilian. and they didn't seem particularly hostile to me, so all was good. Not exactly stealthy. For a moment, I was just like, what was even the point? But no, that's the point.
Help me if you can. You don't belong here any more than I do. You're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those odd dreams. I don't go there anymore, but you might want to check it out. I used to have such visions. Dreams of black oceans and whales in the sky overhead. Sorcery, they said. They burned my books and they hit me in the head until there were no more visions. I used to live here a long time ago. Can you believe it? Was a songwriter, poet. See you sometime.
Again, even basically these places are just made out to be utter shitholes. Winslow. Safes. Come on. Let's get up here. Come on. There we go. Actually, I just remembered I could have used this. Would make life easier. Okay. Mason's shop. Here's a bone charm. Solid landing. With strong lungs, which means you can swim for longer. Yeah, greater lung capacity. Falling from a significant height creates a shockwave on impact, affecting nearby enemies and objects. Not interested. Oh, I think that's meant to be that picture painting we saw before. The mouth's creepy, but not as creepy as the one in the other one, because the other one looks more like a human mouth rather than that. There's a note here. Remember to close the gate behind you after each delivery. If you need the code, speak directly to me or to Carlos Morletto at Winslow Safe Company next door. Can't open it.
Oh, no, you bastard!
There's no such permit, Captain. I know the laws in Karnak.
Laws change. The Duke's giving the Grand Guard leeway to create new fees when needed. You know who else had a nice shop? That clockmaker.
Serafina? Her shop burned down.
Yeah, my report said it was probably the Howlers. But no one knows how the fire started.
Captain, her brother died in that fire.
Asleep inside drunk, from what I remember. We've got until tomorrow to pay up.
What's the matter? You saw something?
I was thinking there might have been more than one guy harassing him up there. There isn't. Apartment seizure. Mr. Marlato, on the authority of Duke Bell, due to an urgent security matter regarding the buildings with balconies overlooking Rivera Boulevard and newly installed wall of light, we are required to grant us access to your apartment indefinitely. We ask that you keep a spare key at your shop so that the Grand Guard personnel have access to your apartment at all times. This action is necessary to prevent miscreants from bypassing the wall of light checkpoint. As Director of Winslow Safes, you'll certainly understand our security concerns, and we trust there'll be no questions or delay. Gate code. Dear brother, are you serious? How are you able to run a safe and vault business if you can't remember a simple 3-digit combination? I set the back alley gate code to your birthday, and you thought it was your wedding anniversary. Set it to your wedding anniversary, and thought it was grandfather's age. Set it to grandfather's age, and you thought it was mother's street address. What kind of advice are you giving your customers for their combinations, I wonder? It's a miracle anybody in the city manages to open one of your safes again after locking them. Anyway, since you leave me no choice, here's the gate combination written in colored ink, which isn't cheap. 581. Bring the note with you when you come to my shop. I'll make sure it gets burnt. And no, I won't leave the gate open. Can't risk having the curious peek inside at my little business. I can fiddle with it. So the city guard murdered someone because they didn't pay a tax they made up on the spot. Aren't they lovely folks? Fucking typical. I don't see the other guy. Actually, I think I still do. Let's leave it here. And you. So I have a bit of coinage on them. So 581. 5 went right past. 5 8 1. Beautiful. Wasn't sure if I remembered.
No exceptions. Either you have the code, or I assume something's off. My boss's orders.
Damn, open this door.
You know I will do this.
Okay, delivery code. Here's the combination for the alley gate. Don't forget the password either, or I won't open the back door. Next time, dock your boat in a different place. Start to attract unwanted attention. The Grand Guard have doubled their patrol since the Duke's last decree, so we got to be careful. Damn. I don't know the password. This guy really likes being careful.
You're wasting time.
me stop and save. Maybe I can talk to this person. I'm actually not going to be recording for too much longer. It's nearly 8. What the hell just happened?
Never can get used to the heat here, or the dust. Everybody's looking out for themselves right now.
Okay, I've just found the back entrance to it. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted in the slightest.
Prices reflect the exquisite quality of the items offered.
Okay. Let us get around to the other side. There's got to be an fucking hours. Okay, not here. Maybe up here. New. Okay, here we go. This again. Sounds of Circnos. Find 3 musical duos across Karnaca and listen to their songs. I have great difficulty actually hearing them. Like the lyrics, great difficulty actually making it out. Blah blah blah. It's actually quite annoying because it's. I like the sound of the song.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
Soap Dodger. Oh.
Playing dice tonight.
I'm just wondering where more NPCs shouting random bollocks or what?
You in?
Oh, we can do it. Here's the lyrics sort of. Where the warm winds blow, there's spices and charms, and a silver mine that could strong arms. So pack that trunk and board that ship. The boat leaves soon from the southbound slip. Karnaca calls with its shining bay, and high on the cliffs the old trees sway. The winds of change, the wealth of trade, the fruits of labor where fortunes are made. So pack your dreams and leave your coat. Your life begins when you leave the boat. The jewel of the south, she shines for you, Karnaca. She shines for you. Karnaca calls for you to be born anew. Karnaca calls with its shining bay. On the cliffs the old trees sway. The winds of change, the wealth of the late trade, the fruits of labor where fortunes are made. Where the warm winds blow, their spices and charms, a silver mine that could strong arms.
Not this time.
So, I missed that before. I'm sure I bet that's on the OST. I'll be surprised if it wasn't.
Welcome. Please be at ease. Our establishment is secure.
The Red Siblings. Bullets are fired in rapid bursts. Magazine size is set to 3. Improved accuracy. Reduced area of effect spread. Reduced area of effect spread damage range. Strange phrasing. The Insistent Gentleman. The pistol chain feeds ammo and never needs reloading. Semi-automatic firing. Also, the red siblings and the insistent gentleman. I love that. I love that.
A pleasure to do business. A deal well made. Very good.
Okay.
Come back soon, if I'm still around.
I do like that song. I just I've just found it very hard to actually understand them. It does sound cool, but it ends up just being difficult for me to understand. So which takes away from it. I've difficulty making out the lyrics of just it's annoying. Tent of Rain. I found a sailor dead in the street. Dragged her to an alley to check for loot. Sorry, door creaked. Dragged her to an alley to check for loot. Don't know what killed her, but it wasn't thieves since her pockets were full of coins and other things. The best was 2 nice pieces of whalebone. I made sure I soaked them good in her blood, just like my mother showed me when she had the black bone charm before me. 12th of Rain. I took out the black charm and strung it around my neck, hanging between my paps. Paps? Breasts? Started carving on one of them whale bones from the sailor, and it's eager for. Started carving on one of them whale bones from the sailor, and it's eager for work. Too eager, so I speak to it. Calm it. You've got to be patient, I say. 13th of Rain. Once that whalebone was still, I carved a curse around one side, then a sweet temper on the other. Took me a good long time too. It's my mother's black bone charm that makes it all work. Got warm to the touch and started to sing when I was working. This new bit of whalebone is sure special, strong. Fetch a good price from a street boss or smuggler. 15th of Rain. My little charm is done. It'll make a gambler drunk will look. Walk away a winner every time. Though every night spent a bit at the table. Though every night spent at the tables, the price is paid. Eyes going milky bit by bit, though they're all boiled up like eggs. Okay, I'm going to actually pause this here, folks. Well, sorry, I'm not pause. I'm actually going to end this here. I'll read the diary when I come back. And we'll listen to The Outsider when I come back. So, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this, folks, and I'll be back soon to talk to you some more. I sincerely do hope you've enjoyed this series so far, and I know there's the backlog, but please leave me some feedback, some commentary. I would love to hear it. So, till then, folks, I bid you adieu.